Hi guys, so today's video is gonna be a video on tips for oily skin. So I decided to make this video because it is summer, and during the summer we tend to get super oily. And even if you have combination skin, I'm pretty sure that you have realized that when it's humid outside or it's very hot outside, you just tend to get more oily. So I decided to show you guys a few tips that I do myself to control my oils. Just keep in mind that some of these tips may not work for you and some of them might work. It just really depends on your skin type, so just keep that in mind. So I just want to go ahead and share some of my favorite products that I like to use to control my oils. So the first thing that I want to talk about is face mask, just because I feel like everybody needs to have a face mask. Even if you're oily, if you're dry skin or combination, you need a face mask just to give you that extra hydration or help you mattify your face. Two of my favorite ones that I have right here, it's the SEPHORA brand. And so the next mask that I want to talk about is this one by FREEMAN, and it's the charcoal and black sugar mud mask, and it looks like this. So this one has charcoal, and charcoal is really good for oily skin. It really absorbs all the excess oils from your skin, and it's just a great product for oily skin and acne. So charcoal, if you are suffering from both acne and oils, I really recommend using a mask that has charcoal on it. These two masks are mud masks. So this one, I want to say this one retails for about $7, I want to say, and you could find it at Ulta and Walmart. I believe they sell this brand there. But yeah, these two masks are really great. They're one of my favorite ones, and I've been using both of this for a very long time. And yeah, so just make sure you get yourself a really good mask if you have oily skin. So the next products are all about moisturizing your skin. Even though you're oily, you do want to have a good face lotion. So you do want to moisturize your skin. Even though you're oily, a lot of people, I feel like they skip on the moisturizer, but you shouldn't, because you always need to hydrate your skin. So if you hydrate your skin, it will tell itself no more oils. And if you don't moisturize, I feel like your skin tells you like, oh, I need that moisture, so it starts producing more oils. So before your makeup, you do want to have a good moisturizer underneath your makeup. One of my favorite ones is the Neutrogena oil-free moisturizer, and this one's for combination skin. It looks like this, and this one retails for about, I want to say $11, $10, around there. I'm not really sure. I'll list all the prices down below in the description box for you guys. And I like this one because it doesn't clog my pores. It's oil free and it's fragrance free, so it doesn't have a scent at all. And it's very lightweight, but it does moisturize my skin, and it does control my oils as well. So I really recommend this one. You could find this at Ulta, Target, Walmart, or any drugstore that you are nearby. The other moisturizer that I want to talk about is this one. It's by the Embryolisse brand, and as you guys could tell, I'm pretty much out of it, but this one is so much thicker than the Neutrogena. This is a thicker formula, so I like using this one for whenever I know I'm gonna use a full coverage foundation or more of a glam foundation, just because it's much thicker and much moisturizing, and I really like that about it. Whenever I put this lotion, I do let it sit on my skin, but I let it concentrate on my skin before I apply my foundation. So for primers, I want to talk about one that I really like, which is a drugstore primer, and it has helped me a lot. Before I jump into primers, I want to talk about this one, which is by Benefit, and it's the POREfessional Matte Rescue. This is a gel, so this one you do apply it before your foundation. So this really helps also mattify your skin. So I usually just put this on my T-zone because that's where I tend to get most oily. And it is a gel formula. It's not a primer. I thought when I bought it, I thought it was a primer, but it's not. It's just a gel that you put before your primer. You don't have to have this if you already have a matte primer, but if you don't, you should invest in this one, and you could just use your regular primer. So for primers, I have two that I want to talk about. The first one is by RIMMEL, the Stay Matte Primer, and it looks like this. This is basically my holy grail primer for oily skin. So especially right now in the summer, this is all I use, just because it really keeps me matte. The only thing, it doesn't help with my pores, so I put this on my T-zone, and then I'll use another primer for my pores. But this one's really cheap. I want to say it's less than $5, and you can find it at any drugstore. It just really helps with your oils, and it does help with your makeup last longer as well. I really like this primer. I always recommend it to people. So if you're in the hunt for a good primer, try this one. The other primer that I want to talk about, I actually don't have it right now, but I did get a sample from it a while back, and I really liked it. It was the Makeup Forever Step 1 primer, matte primer, and I'll put a picture somewhere right here for you guys. And that primer also helps with your oils. I really recommend both of them because they do really help with staying matte throughout the day. But I mean, if you're in a budget, just get this one. This one's great. I really like it. So now let's jump into foundations. So foundations are pretty much the hardest thing to find, because sometimes you'll have foundations that'll say they're matte, but they really aren't. So I want to talk about 3 of my favorite ones, and I'm pretty sure you guys already seen them in my channel here. The first one that I want to talk about is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation, which looks like this. And this one, oh my god, I freaking love it. This is my holy grail. The only thing with this foundation, you do need to put a primer before, and you also need to put it blend it in with a beauty blender. I do not like using this with a makeup brush. I honestly think it looks way better when you use a beauty blender to blend it in. And yeah, this one retails, I want to say, for $30 around there, and you could find this at Sephora, Nordstrom, Macy's, and any of those stores. But yeah, this is a medium to full coverage, and it doesn't say it's matte on it at all, but it does stay in place all day. So I really recommend it, and I believe it's waterproof as well. So definitely try this out if you are struggling with your foundation staying in place, because this foundation, I'm telling you, it lasts all day, like seriously all day. The next foundation I want to talk about is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. This foundation is amazing. I actually, when I first tried it out, I liked it, but then I stopped liking it because it oxidized throughout the day. That's the only downside about this foundation, but other than that, it helps with your, it really helps staying matte and poreless throughout the day. Every time I wear this foundation, like, I'll look at my pores and they're like pretty much gone. But yeah, I really like this foundation. Like I said, it's matte and poreless. Like, what else do you want to look? What else do you want in a foundation? And this one, I did get it at Target. You could find this at any drugstore. The only thing, like I was saying, it does oxidize, but this is such a great foundation as well. The next foundation, it is a drugstore foundation as well, and this is my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about this foundation. It's amazing if you have oily skin. I really recommend it. It doesn't say it's full matte. It claims to be like a demi matte, but honestly I think it's matte. Like, it's really matte. It does last a long time as well, and it does have like medium to full coverage, but you could definitely build it up, and that's what I love about this foundation. So whenever I have, like, I know I'm gonna go to a party or to an event, I'll go ahead and use this foundation because I know it's gonna stay in place. I'm either between this two whenever I know I'm gonna be out for like a long time and I know the weather is gonna be crazy. Like, I'll use one of these two just because they just last a very long time. This, I mean, it does last for a good amount of time, but not like throughout the whole day. I want to say this lasts for about 8 hours, and then you start to get oily, sometimes up to like 5 hours, and you see some oil coming through. But with this ones, I actually noticed that I stay matte throughout the whole day, throughout the whole night. So just definitely try this ones out. Any of this 3 out. This is like my everyday use, especially when I go to work, because I obviously don't want to be using my expensive foundations. So I'll use this for work, and I'll use this too for any like special events that I have going on. And this one retails for, I want to say, $12 at the drugstore. It's kind of pricey, but it's totally worth it. I actually use this for all my clients because I do freelance, so I use this for all my clients. I have it in every color, and I love this foundation. I don't think I'll ever get tired of talking about this foundation because I love it that much. So once you have your foundation on, you obviously want to set that, because if you don't set your foundation, it's going to move throughout the whole day. There's 2 setting powders that I freaking love because They have made such a huge difference on my makeup, not just on keeping me matte but making me look super flawless. And the first one I want to talk about is the Mercier translucent setting powder, which looks like this. I'm pretty sure tons of you guys have heard about it, and if you haven't, you need this. If you're oily, you definitely need this. Even if you're dry, I really recommend it for setting your under eye, because this thing makes your makeup like bulletproof. Like, I'm not even kidding. Whenever I use this, my skin looks like so good and my makeup lasts for a long time. I love using this for my under eye, like baking, and also setting my whole face, because it does keep me matte throughout the whole day. Makes me look super flawless as well. Like, my skin just looks really nice. And I have mentioned this before on my channel, I do have some texture around my chin, and this just makes everything disappear. Like, it just looks smooth. Like, all my face looks really smooth whenever I use this. And you can find this at Sephora, and I believe it retails for about $30 to $40 around there. Not sure. I'll put the price somewhere around here. So the next powder that I want to talk about, it's the Airspun, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it as well. This is a very popular powder because of Patrick Starr. He's the one that introduced this powder to everyone. And let me tell you guys about this powder. It retails for about less than $10, and you can find it at Walmart, which is super cheap. And I love this thing. I love this thing to set my whole face, to bake under my eyes, and to clean my contour. It's less than $10, so yeah, it's very cheap, and it's really great for setting your whole foundation. It does help you with staying matte as well, so I really recommend this one. I recommend both. Like, I don't think I could choose between one. Like, if they tell me just pick one, like, I don't think I could, just because they're both great. They're both different, but they're both very great. But I love this one a little bit more than this one, just because this one gives me such a nice finish throughout the whole day. This could look a little bit cakey, so at the end you do want to be a little bit light-handed on this one, because it could make you look cakey. That's the only thing about this one that I could say. And I don't like the scent that it has. It smells like that old grandma perfume. Like, I don't know, I just don't like the scent that this has. So the last products that I want to talk about are setting sprays. Setting sprays are very important. They help with your makeup last longer, and it also helps you stay matte. And also, if you put too much makeup, it'll blend everything into your skin. So the first one that I want to talk about is this Badescu one. This is not it doesn't claim to be a setting spray, but I really like it to set my whole makeup, and it is hydrating. It's not a matte setting spray, but it is a facial spray, and I really like it, like I said, to set my makeup. And sometimes even before my makeup, I like putting this, just because, like I said, it's very hydrating in the skin. It does have aloe and rose water, so it's really great for your skin. And sometimes throughout the day, I'll go ahead and spray this just to like refresh, and everything looks nicely. So yeah, I like applying this one on my throughout the whole day sometimes. The next one that I want to talk about is the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray, which looks like this. This actually really helps your skin stay matte throughout the whole day. I don't think it helps with my makeup lasting that much longer, so I do recommend having a good primer before you apply your makeup. But it does help me stay matte throughout the whole day. I really like it, and it's very cheap. It retails for about less than $10, I want to say, and I bought this at Target, but you could find it at Ulta or any drugstore. And this one you could find it at Ulta. It retails for about $7, and I really like it. It lasts a long time as well. Another setting spray that I want to talk about, I actually don't have it with me, but it's the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I love that one. That's my holy grail one. A lot of people have like mixed reviews, and a lot of people say that it doesn't work, but for me it does. It keeps me matte throughout the whole day, and it actually helps my makeup last longer. Like, I could say that about the Urban Decay. It actually makes my makeup last longer, and that's what I love about it. I just think it's such a great setting spray. The only thing that it is pretty pricey. I want to say it retails for about $30. I'll put a picture right here for you guys to know which one I'm talking about. But they do have one that's for oily skin, which is the Slick, I believe it's called. But I actually don't like that one. I like the All Nighter much better, because it keeps me matte and it makes my makeup last throughout the whole day. I really recommend that setting spray as well. That's all the tips I had for you guys, and I hope you guys really liked this video and it was very helpful, because I had a hard time finding the right products for my oily skin, and I just really hope this video was really helpful for you guys. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on my next video.